Good morning, boys and girls. Let us today talk about the examination pattern of unseen passages. So, for loss, previous two lectures are concerned, we talked about unseen passages, and I have given certain tips where you are able to understand the passages fully, and then you will be able to give the answers on your own, because sometimes what happens, the text is written by some writer who has basically encoded the text, and then what is your job is to decode the text. I talked about in the previous passages regarding the how to comprehend the passages. Today let us talk about your paper setting along with the with this particular passage. Let us read it first. Read the passage given below and answer the questions that follows. There are 10 questions in the passage. Now try to understand them. When we were children, Hassan and I used to climb the popular tree in the driveway of my father's house and annoy our neighbors by reflecting sunlight into their homes with a shirt of mirror. We would sit across from each other on a pair of high branches, our naked feet dangling, our trouser pockets filled with dried mulberries and walnuts. We took turns with the mirrors as we ate mulberries, pelted each other with them, giggling, laughing. I can see Hassan up on that tree, sunlight flickering through the leaves of on his almost perfectly round face, a face like a Chinese doll chiseled from hard wood. His flat, broad nose and slanting, narrow eyes like bamboo leaves, eyes that looked, depending on light, gold green, even even sapphire. I can still see his tinny, low set ears and that pointed stub of a chin, a meaty appendage that looked like it was added as a mere afterthought, and the cleft lip just left of midline where the Chinese doll marker's instrument may have slipped, or perhaps he has simply grown tired and careless. Sometimes up in those trees, I talked Hassan into firing walnuts with his slingshot at the neighbor's one eyed German shepherd. Hassan never wanted to, but if I asked, really asked, he wouldn't deny me. Hassan never denied me anything, and he was deadly with his slingshot. Hassan's father Ali used to catch us and get mad, or as mad as someone as gentle as Ali could ever get. He would wag his finger and wave us down from the tree. He would take the mirror and tell us what his mother had told him, that the devil shone mirrors too, shone them to distract Muslims during prayers. And he laughs while he does it. He always added, scolding at his son. Now, dear friends, this is your passage. You know, the best idea to pick up the passage, to grasp the passage, to see the passage is to read it 2 or 3 times. But it must be silent reading. Silent reading develops your comprehension. And then I told you, you have to see you have to understand rather the questions fully. If you are able to understand the question, you are able to give the answers of those questions. But the best way of giving answer to the questions is to make answers, to write answers on your own, in your own time. But what is important in passage is to, to understand passage, and to highlight, or to, or to point out the areas which were asked by the questionnaire, right? Now that thing you have to keep in mind. The questions that are asked to you, you have to reflect on those questions in the passage, right? Now let us try to understand, how I said there are 10 questions to this particular passage, and all are considered to be objective type, or you can say very short answer type question, or there are certain questions which are, just one word answer questions, right? Now what is important to understand the passage fully, and then you will reflect on it, right? Now, let us try to see those questions, and then we will try to understand the answers as well. Now see here, you can understand the first question: where in the narrator's house were the popular trees? Where in the narrator's house were the popular trees, right? Now boys and girls, see, I have highlighted, I have reflected those answers so that you will be able to do the same practice in your examination. See first and second line: when we were children, Hassan and I used to climb the popular trees. I Hassan and I used to climb the popular trees. Where are popular trees? In the driveway of my father's house. In the driveway of my father's house. Driveway is considered to be, the place which you can say a very small road, you can say very short road, you can say garage type, condition, that is considered to be the driveway. And that's why, very easy to understand, the question was where the popular trees are situated. They are simply situated, they are simply where there, which is, when Hassan and I used to climb the popular trees, they are simply in the driveway of my father's house, right? Now here you can understand it is simply, where, in the driveway of the narrator's house, in the driveway of the writer's house, right? Now this was the first question, that's why I have underlined it, so that you will be able to understand the answer of these questions on your own without any much effort. Okay, now see the another question that is being asked. Now here you have one more question. Yes, question number 2. Short means short. You have a piece of broken glass, you have a framed mirror, a small amount, none of these. Now what is called multiple choice question? Multiple choice questions are considered to be distractive questions. The options are very nearer to one another. They are, sometimes you understand, okay, a framed mirror may be right, a piece of glass may be right, right? Now you have to understand kya hota hai, what is shared mirror, shared means, right? Okay, let us see first the passage where this particular word shared has been used by the writer. Now here you can understand, we will try to trace it. Where is shared? Okay, uh, yes, now see, this is line number 3rd. I will read the entire 3 lines for you. This is line number 3rd. Okay, now see this. When we were children, Hassan and I used to climb the popular tree in the driveway of my father's house and annoy our neighbors by reflecting sunlight into their homes. They are reflecting sunlight into their homes with what? With a shard, with a shard of mirror. With a shard of mirror. Shard, you can understand, shard, shard of mirror is simply, a piece of glass of mirror which normally children take in their hands in order to reflect, you know during the sunny time. Okay, shirt, this is, line 3rd. Now when you have line 3rd, you can easily understand, these are the options. Shard means a piece of broken glass. It's considered to be a piece of broken glass. A framed mirror, you can't say it is framed because it is a broken piece of glass. A small amount, okay, can be nearer to it, but a small amount of anything, you don't know which small amount of what. That's why a piece of broken glass is the correct option. Okay, now see question number 3. Where, what were the pockets of the children filled with? You know, the pockets of children filled with, what were there, what was there in their, in their pockets. Let us try to understand it in the passage. Reflected it so that you will be able to understand on your own. Now see, this is, at the top of it you can understand our trousers, which is, underlined. Our trousers pocket, our trouser pocket is filled with dried mulberries and walnuts. It simply means, if you talk of the children, Hassan and the narrator, what happens? Both of the children's trousers pocket, they are filled with dried mulberries and walnuts. Their trousers pockets were filled with dried mulberries and walnuts. Right? Now again, very easy to understand. Now let us try to understand question 4. See here, what has Hassan's face been compared with? If you talk of Hassan's face, what is it compared with? Right? Now here you can understand again. Yes. Now see, this is, I will read it at the top. I can read it for you. Now see this. I can still see Hassan up on that tree, sunlight flickering through the leaves on his almost perfectly round face. But the question is, what was his face looked like, right? Perfectly round face, a face like a Chinese doll, chiseled from hard wood. A face like a Chinese doll की तरह, चिजल पता है किसको कहते हैं? चिजल हुआ किसी चीज़ को खरोदना, खरोद के लिखना, from hard wood. That means if you see the, the face of that particular person, what is called Hassan, it is just like a Chinese doll, chiseled chiseled from hard wood. Now this is very interesting to understand. Here, boys, you can understand it is simply considered to be, yes, that is basically the answer to this particular question. Hassan's face looked like a face like the Chinese doll chiseled from hardwood. Okay, now see another question. German Shepherd refers to. He has used a word German Shepherd. Normally, German Shepherd is reflected for what? It is considered to be a shepherd, a monkey, a dog, a watchman. Right? Now it is obviously a dog. German Shepherd. Let us try to understand it in the passage. Okay. Here is your passage, and we will try to see. He has used the word German Shepherd. See the top. I talked Hassan into firing walnuts with his syringe shot at the neighbor's one-eyed German Shepherd. At the neighbor's one-eyed German Shepherd. Hassan never wanted to, but if I asked, really asked, he wouldn't deny me. Right? Here, simply German Shepherd is considered to be a dog. Okay? See another question. In cleft lip, the word cleft is cleft lip. It is used as a noun, a verb, a pronoun, and adjective. Lip, normally lip is considered to be noun. Whenever there is any addition to a noun, it is obviously considered to be adjective. You understand? For example, ragged lip. It can be, fat lip. It can be small lip. It can be pointed lip. All of these are considered to be adjectives. Here you have cleft lip. The word cleft is obviously an adjective. Okay? Now this is very easy to understand. You can understand on your own. Whenever there is an addition to a noun, or it simply when a noun is described, obviously what are used? It is adjectives that are used. Here it is an adjective. Now see another question 7. Use the word appendage in a sentence other than that in the passage. Appendage. Now we have to understand appendage. Appendage is appendix. It is considered to be outgrowth, in other words, right? Now you have to use appendage. We have number of animals with appendage of mass on their back, right? You have number of animals where you will find appendage of mass is there. Appendage is simply considered to be any mass or anything that is attached with the larger body, that is considered to be appendage. You can call it outgrowth, that's considered to be appendage, right? uh, that is another question. Now see another one. What is the antonym of deny? Deny normally but remember, deny is verb, right? Whenever you will give the antonym, you have to give it a verb, right? deny, जिसको हम इनकार करना कहते हैं, और आकार करने को क्या बोलेंगे? यू कैन से affirm, affirm, AFFIRM. You can say confirm, CONFIRM, confirm. You can say allow, ALLOW, allow. These are antonym to the word what is called deny, right? If you have any problem with regard to the word deny, you can go to the passage, you can easily understand on your own. Okay? Now see another thing. In Ali used to catch us, okay, and get mad. Ali used to catch us and get mad. Mad means, I will tell this particular line so that you will be able to understand his. Hassan's father Ali, see the top. Hassan's father Ali used to catch us and get mad as someone as gentle as Ali could ever get. He would wag his finger and wave us down from the tree, right? And he tells us, get down from the tree. He would take the mirror and tell us, from us and tell us what his mother had told him, right? Now you can understand why he gets mad, what type of madness it is considered to be. This is question 9. In Ali used to catch us and get mad. Mad means crazy, mad means clever, mad means angry, mad means strict. Okay? Now, number of distractions. If you normally see, you can say mad here, may be crazy, it may be clever, it may be angry as well, right? But when he laughs in the in the passage, we understand he is laughing to the worst, right? When he laughs, it is considered to be craziness. Here, mad means crazy, right? It can't be clever, it can't be angry, it can't be strict as well. Had it been strict or angry, the mood will tell you. But the mood is a laughing mood. Obviously, it can't be angry. He can't be clever here in the sense because he is laughing to the worst, right? So obviously, it is considered to be crazy. That's why I have underlined it. Now, one more question, question 10, and these are what had Ali's mother told him about shining mirrors? What has Ali's mother told him about shining mirrors? Shining mirrors. Simply the mirrors that you are reflecting on somebody. You are reflecting on those, whose attention you want to get, right? And that too in the sunny time. Okay? Now let us see what has his mother told him. Now see this particular line that is, underlined here. I will read the entire line for you. He would take the mirror and tell us what his mother had told him. That the devil shone mirrors too. Devil shone mirrors too. Right? Shown whom? Shown them to distract Muslims during prayers. Shown them to distract Muslims during prayers. Muslims were simply praying to God, praying to Almighty Allah. They were simply in the namaz, etc. At the same time, what happens? Devil did one thing in order to distract their attention, to show them mirrors. to reflect mirrors through sunlight so that they must get distracted. That's why his mother said all that, right? In other words, it is considered to be bad practice. You understand? That's why this is the question, and you can easily understand on your own. What had Ali's mother told him about shiny mirrors? Shiny mirrors, you can easily understand. This is the Ali's mother that told him that shiny mirrors is basically the devil's job. It is devil's task. A wise person, an honest person, a person who is pious will not do this type of activity. Okay, boys and girls, I believe you have now understood all the text, but do one thing, go for your screenshots, so that you will be able to comprehend the passage once again on your own. Okay, this is one page. Try to have a screenshot of this. I believe you have taken it. Okay, go for another page again. Try to read it again. Yes, make a screenshot of this as well. Okay, one more passage, one more page. Try to have a screenshot of this page as well, and then have a screenshot of this. Okay, then try to have a screenshot of this particular page, and here objective 5, and then this is 6 7 8, 6 7 8, then the lost. And I think now you have understood the text completely. Try to have many more passages and go for go for their understanding on your own. I'm leaving you here. May God bless you.